Have you ever noticed how the most powerful kind of love is the one that is freely chosen, not desperately needed? A man can meet many women in his life, but the woman who captures his heart in a way he cannot explain is the one who stands complete on her own. She is not chasing, not clinging, not begging for his attention. She is already whole, she is already fulfilled. And yet she looks at him and says, "I choose you." That choice, that is what makes him fall harder than he ever has before. Marcus Aurelius once said, "He who needs less is the richest of all." And in love, this truth cuts deep. When a woman does not need a man to breathe, to smile, to feel worthy, she becomes a rare presence in his life. She is not there because she is afraid to be alone. She is there because she wants to be, and a man feels that difference in his soul. He feels the freedom in her love. He feels the power in her choice. Imagine a garden blooming in perfect color and light. Every flower grows strong, every leaf reaches high, even without a gardener's hand. Then, one day, a gardener walks in. Not because the garden needs him, but because the garden welcomes him. That is the kind of woman who pulls a man closer without trying. She is already alive, she is already thriving, and he cannot resist being part of her world. Right now, in your relationships, understand this. Love is most magnetic when it comes from a place of strength, not lack. A man is drawn to a woman who can stand on her own 2 feet, who can smile without his approval, who can live her dreams without his permission. This does not push him away. This makes him see her as a treasure, not a responsibility. When a woman is whole, her love feels like a gift, not a demand. He knows she could walk away at any moment, but she stays. Not because she must, but because she chooses to. That is the kind of love that shakes him to his core. That is the kind of love that makes him protect it, value it, and fight for it. And now, beautiful woman, this is where the crown comes in. Not the one you wait for someone to place on your head, but the one you already wear. Because when you live as a queen, whole, radiant and untouchable, you will never have to beg for love. You will attract it, and when you choose it, he will fall, and he will fall hard. If these words touched your heart, if they reminded you of the strength and beauty you already carry, then show your love back, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard every day to bring you messages that lift you higher, guide you through love with clarity, and remind you that you were never meant to settle, you were meant to reign. Number 1. The storm he can't control, and the calm he can't live without. Have you ever seen the ocean in the middle of a storm? The waves are wild, unstoppable, fierce, yet the next morning, the same ocean can be calm, still, and breathtakingly beautiful. That is the kind of woman who owns his heart, the woman who carries the power to shake his world, but also the grace to bring him peace. She does not live for his approval. She does not need his hand to steady her. She is whole on her own, yet she chooses to let him into her life. That choice is what makes him fall deeper than he ever imagined. As Rumi once wrote, "Try to accept the changing seasons of your soul, for both the storm and the calm are you." In love, this balance is rare. When a woman can stand strong in her independence, yet open her heart with tenderness, she becomes unforgettable. She is not afraid to walk alone, but she welcomes him to walk beside her. And he feels that difference. It humbles him. It pulls him closer. It makes him want to protect what he knows he cannot control. Think of a fire in the cold night. It can roar high and wild, warming everything around it. But it can also soften, glowing gently, offering quiet comfort. A man who finds both in one woman will never be the same. He knows she could light the world without him, yet she chooses to share her warmth with him. That choice makes him value her more than words can express. In relationships, a woman who needs nothing is the woman who loves with the purest heart. She is not with him because she must be. She is with him because she desires to be. He knows she can survive without his love, yet she chooses his love anyway. That is the kind of connection that shakes him to his core. Queens, hear this. Your power is not in how much you can hold on, but in how brightly you can shine on your own. When you become the storm and the calm, you are no longer waiting to be chosen. You are choosing. And that choice will make the right man fall, and fall hard. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am the storm and the calm he cannot resist. Queens, like this video and subscribe because we are working every day to bring you life-changing lessons that help you rise higher, love stronger, and reign without apology. Number 2. The weight of her choice keeps him awake at night. Have you ever noticed how silence can be louder than any words? How a simple choice can shake a man more than 100 confessions of love? The truth is, when a woman who needs nothing from him still decides to open her heart to him, it hits him in a way he can never shake. It is not about desperation. It is not about filling a void. It is about value. And when he realizes she could live without him, but still chooses him, he feels the weight of that choice in his bones. Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." And in love, freedom is power. A woman who is free within herself loves differently. She is not holding on because she has to. She is not staying because she fears life alone. She stays because she wants to, because she has seen the world, felt her own strength, and still decides to give her heart. That is a gift he knows he cannot buy, cannot demand, cannot control. Imagine a crown placed on a throne in the center of a grand hall. It sits there, untouchable, shining, not waiting for anyone to claim it. Then, one day, it is offered. Not because it was taken, but because the queen herself chose to place it on a man's head. That is how her love feels to him. It is an honor, not a given. And the more he thinks about it, the more he understands. Losing that choice would be his greatest mistake. Queens, understand this. When you can stand on your own, when your happiness does not depend on him, every moment you spend with him feels more valuable. He knows you could walk away and still shine just as bright. He knows your life will keep moving, your smile will keep glowing, your soul will keep thriving. And that knowledge makes him hold you tighter. It keeps him up at night, not out of fear of losing you to another, but out of fear of losing you to your own independence. So rise, beautiful woman, love without need, choose without fear, and let your presence be the rarest gift in his life. Write this in the comments, queens. My love is a gift, not a lifeline. Let it be your reminder every day that your worth is not in needing, it is in choosing. We are working hard to bring you powerful, life-changing lessons so you can step fully into the love and life you deserve. Number 3. The flame that burns without his spark, yet draws him closer. Have you ever noticed how a man can be drawn to a woman like a moth to a flame, yet the fire she carries was never lit by him? That's the magic of the woman who doesn't wait for his spark to shine. She burns on her own. Her light is not a gift he gave her. It's not a reflection of his attention. It's the fire she built from her own strength, her own dreams, her own heart. And that is exactly why he cannot stay away. Rumi once said, "Set your life on fire. Seek those who fan your flames." The kind of woman who stands on her own is already glowing before he arrives. She doesn't need him to light her path. She walks in the daylight of her own confidence. And when he sees that, when he feels that warmth that exists without his permission, it pulls him in deeper than he ever thought possible. Picture a lighthouse standing on the edge of a wild sea. It shines through every storm, not because a passing ship lit it, but because it has its own source of light. A man sees that and knows This is not a woman he can control. This is a woman he can only admire, respect, and pray will choose to guide him home. In love, queens, this truth is everything. A man falls hardest for the woman who could live without him, but still decides to let him in. He knows her world will not collapse if he leaves. He knows she is not clinging to his presence out of fear. And that knowledge humbles him, inspires him, and makes him protect her place in his life. Dear woman, the fire in you is yours alone. You are not waiting for anyone to bring you warmth. You are the warmth. You are not seeking permission to shine. You are already the sunrise. And when you live like that, when you carry that kind of independence and still choose to love, he will fall, and he will fall hard. Queens, your affirmation for today: my fire is mine, and I choose who stands in its light. Write it in the comments and claim it. We are here, working every day to give you the lessons, truths, and reminders that will help you reign in love and in life. Number 4. The prize that makes him chase without end. Have you ever noticed how the most valuable treasures are never found lying in the open? They are hidden, protected, and only revealed to the ones strong enough, worthy enough, patient enough to earn them. In love, the same truth applies. The woman who knows her worth, the woman who does not chase, the woman who does not beg for his attention, she becomes the prize he cannot stop pursuing. He knows she could live without him. He knows she will still shine without his love. But the fact that she chooses him when she needs nothing from him makes his desire burn deeper than he has ever felt before. As Rumi once said, "Do not get lost in your pain. Know that one day your pain will become your cure." And here's the cure. Your independence is the very thing that makes him want to stay. You are not here to convince him to see your value. You are the value. You are not offering yourself as an option. You are offering yourself as the choice that changes his life. Imagine a crown sitting high in a glass case, sparkling under the light. Many can admire it from afar, but only one can wear it. That crown does not step down to find a head, it waits. And when the right king arrives, it does not lower itself, it is placed with honor. That is the kind of woman he cannot stop chasing. She is not chasing him. She is not bending herself to fit into his hands. She is standing in her own grace, knowing that the right man will fight to be by her side. In relationships, the most magnetic energy is this: love that is given by choice, not by need. A man feels the difference. He knows when a woman stays because she wants him, not because she cannot stand without him. That is why he works harder, speaks softer, holds tighter. He knows he is holding something rare. Beautiful woman, this is what it means to live as a queen. You are not here to run after his approval. You are here to walk in your own power, knowing that the right man will always see it, always respect it, and always chase it. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. I am the prize worth chasing. If these words spoke to your heart, if they reminded you of the fire inside you, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard to bring you the lessons that will change your life, build your confidence, and help you reign in love and in life. Number 5, the strength that shakes him when he knows she'll survive without him. Have you ever noticed the way a man looks at a woman when he realizes she will be perfectly fine without him? Not angry, not bitter, just unshaken. That realization hits him like nothing else. He thought she would need his presence to breathe, to stand, to smile. But instead, she keeps moving forward, living, laughing, building her world as if he was never the center of it. That quiet, unshakable strength unsettles him in ways he cannot explain. Seneca once said, "The greatest power is often simple endurance." In love, that truth is sharper than a blade. When a woman shows that her happiness is not dependent on his return, she becomes unforgettable. He can walk away thinking she will collapse, but when he looks back and sees her rising higher, it shakes him to his core. He realizes her love was never desperation, it was choice. Think of a lighthouse standing against a raging storm. The waves crash, the winds roar, yet the light never goes out. Ships are drawn to it, not because it cries for them, but because it stands tall on its own. That is the woman who doesn't need him, yet still chooses him. Her presence guides, her love warms, but her survival never depends on his hand. In relationships, this is the kind of power that draws a man closer. A man may enjoy feeling needed, but he respects, deeply respects, the woman who is whole without him. It challenges him. It makes him value her more, because he knows she is not with him out of fear of being alone. She is with him because her heart, in all its freedom, decided to stay. Now, beautiful woman, this is where the crown appears, not placed by his hand, but worn because you know who you are. You are not waiting for rescue. You are not holding your breath for his return. You are living, glowing, and building a life so strong that his absence cannot break it. And that is exactly why he will hold on tighter if he is wise enough to keep you. Queens, remember this truth. A man falls hardest for the woman who could walk away at any time, but still chooses to stay. Write this in the comments and claim it. My strength is my crown. We are working hard to bring you lessons that remind you of your power, guide your heart, and help you reign without fear. Number 6. The harbor he runs to, not the anchor that holds him down. Have you ever noticed how a man will run toward a place where he feels free, but run away from a place that chains him down? The truth is, he does not fall hard for the woman who holds him tight out of fear. He falls for the woman who opens her arms and says, "You are welcome here, but you are free to go." That is when he feels safe. That is when he stays. Khalil Gibran once wrote, "Let there be spaces in your togetherness." In love, that space is not distance, it is oxygen. When a woman is his harbor, she gives him calm, peace, and shelter, but she never becomes the anchor that sinks his spirit. She does not tie herself to him with chains of need. She stands whole on her own shore, knowing he comes back because he wants to, not because he has to. Imagine a lighthouse on a quiet coast. It does not chase ships into the sea. It does not demand they dock forever. It stands tall, shining, guiding them home when the waters get rough. A man feels this same pull toward a woman who is whole without him. She is not clinging to keep him close. She is glowing in her own light, and that is what draws him back again and again. In relationships, attraction grows deepest when love feels like a choice, not an obligation. He cherishes the woman who can smile without his presence, who can laugh without his approval, who can live her dreams without his permission. She is not holding him to fill her emptiness. She is sharing her life because she wants to, and that is the love he will fight to keep. Beautiful woman, this is the moment you see your worth in a new light. You are not here to be anyone's anchor. You are here to be the harbor, a place of strength, of warmth, of peace. When you live this way, you never need to beg a man to stay because he will never want to leave. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. I am the harbor, never the anchor. We are working hard to bring you lessons that remind you of your power, guide you in love, and help you reign in every part of your life. Number 7. The love that feels like a gift, not a chain. Have you ever noticed how a man's eyes change when he realizes your love is not a cage but a choice? When he knows you are not holding on because you have to, but because you want to. That is the moment his heart shifts. That is the moment he understands. Your love is not a chain around his freedom. It is a gift he never wants to lose. There is a saying, The rarest gift is the one that is given freely. In love, this truth is undeniable. When a woman is whole within herself, when her happiness does not depend on a man's approval, she becomes the kind of woman he treasures for life. He knows she can walk away and still stand strong. He knows she is not with him out of fear of being alone. She is with him because she sees his worth and chooses him again and again. That choice holds more power than any demand ever could. Picture a bird flying high under the open sky. She does not need a cage. She does not beg for a perch. She is free to soar anywhere, yet she chooses to land on his shoulder. He feels the weight of that choice every time she looks at him. And because she could leave at any moment but doesn't, he holds her closer, protects her harder, values her more. In a relationship, a man can feel the difference between love that is clung to and love that is offered. The first feels heavy. The second feels like a blessing. When a woman loves without needing, her presence becomes light yet powerful, like sunlight warming his skin. He doesn't feel trapped, he feels lucky, and that is why he falls harder than he ever thought possible. Beautiful lady, your power is in your independence. Your strength is in knowing you could be just fine without him, yet you choose to love him anyway. That is the kind of love that turns heads, stops hearts, and makes a man cherish you like nothing else in this world. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. My love is my gift, not my chain. Let the world know you are done clinging, done proving, done giving away your crown. If this spoke to your heart, if it reminded you of the fire and grace you already carry, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard to bring you lessons that lift you higher, guide you in love, and help you rein in every part of your life.